Welcome. Let's go.
Welcome, welcome.
Support the stream. Hit the Cash App $Bakefire.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. Brian Anderson here. With me, Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. Joining us courtside is Allie LaForce. As we approach the playoffs, let's see how the East is looking. You take a look at Cleveland. They've been grinding out enough wins to place fourth in the conference right now. And, of course, the Atlanta Hawks. They're in fifth place right now.
Well, right now for the Hawks, they've established themselves as a legit team this year. But you can tell they want to get higher up in the standings if possible, and specifically securing home court advantage for the first round.
A look at Cleveland's opening lineup. Mobley and Allen control the paint for him. Mitchell out there with James Harden. And it's Merrill in at the small forward position. And for Atlanta, Johnson and Okongwu, the duo inside. C.J. McCollum is out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Daniels in at the three. And remember, tonight is the second game in a row they've played against each other.
Oh, this is when things get fun. They get a little chippy, they get a little annoyed. That's the best part.
Now here's McCollum. Daniels outside, just 4 to shoot. Fires from the wing. Tried to bank it in, but it misses. Pass to Mitchell. Outside Harden. Back
Like,
to Mitchell.
comment, subscribe, and share.
The three ball. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
You gotta chase Mitchell off that line, or else, oh, this man will torch you.
You are now rocking with the
Outside,
best.
Alexander Walker.
Welcome.
McCollum outside. Shoots over Harden. Shot's good by McCollum.
Gotta love how McCollum hunts down his shots, always looking for his next bucket.
Harden with the slam.
Right back at you, CJ.
He just took over himself.
What a show up power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
Now here's Merrill, making a mark on the offensive end, scoring around 13 a game. A nice shot by Mitchell.
And Mitchell doesn't take many shots from the corners, but he is more than capable of knocking them down.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I briefly spoke with Quinn Snyder. I asked about what he was planning to do about the athletic and energetic Evan Mobley. Coach said, my guys have studied the reports, we reviewed the film, we are as prepared for him as we can be. Now, if our whole team could also grow another 3 inches, then he'd really be in good shape. Coach had jokes, but he also has a plan. Guys, back over to you.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Oh, and Mobley with the block.
Man, Mobley is always lurking, ready to erase any shot that comes his way.
Allen finds Mobley. The 3 from Mitchell. Fires in the triple. Mitchell's got 9.
Wow, now this is how you want to start your games. Flawless shooting so far.
Richard, last season's Defensive Player of the Year, Evan Mobley. He's quickly becoming a two-way terror.
Yeah, the Cavs have unlocked him offensively, putting the ball in his hands and encouraging him to let it fly from long distance. Yeah, he's off to an impressive start. Always nice to get 3 of your first 4 to drop.
And it's Harden penetrating. And then Harden with the jam.
He's not going to beat you with speed. Harden uses his footwork and his strength to create separation on his way to the rim.
And so it looks like it'll be Atlanta's ball. We got Lil Yachty in the house for this one, cheering on his Atlanta Hawks.
He's yet another rapper in a long list that represent ATL. We all know how much these guys love their Hawks.
Ellis has checked in for Merrill. Here's a Kongwu. His last outing, he had 18 points. Daniels misses.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Mobley outside. Back to Mitchell. Cleveland working the ball around now. Oh, and Mitchell powers it home.
Oh, wow. Welcome to Dance Class hosted by Donovan Mitchell.
An impressive display. How about that look on the AT&T connected cam? Hawks trail by 8. And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. When we talk about Donovan Mitchell, Richard, how impressed are you with his leadership?
He's been great. Every season, Mitchell has accepted more and more responsibility. He knows he's looked at as a leader, and his drive to win really motivates those around him.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Landale's checked in for a Kongwu. Jonathan Kuminga comes in for Alexander Walker. And Vincent is subbed in for C.J. McCollum.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Mitchell with the ball, and Johnson picks him up defensively. And the basket is good.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Here's Landale. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Now here's Vincent. Kuminga with a screen on Harden. Inside. Nice shot by Kuminga.
Oh, just too much strength. Kuminga, oh, he'll take that chance every time.
Pass to Mitchell. Stolen by Daniels. Left side Kuminga. Vincent outside. Back to Kuminga. It's rebounded by Cleveland. And this team has been unstoppable away from their own arena. Up there with some of the best road teams we've ever seen.
No question about that. It's hard enough to win in this league with the parity. But to do it away from your home floor and home fans, that's something to be proud of.
He's been meticulous on offense, and it's paid off with a flawless shooting percentage for him so far in this game.
Kuminga with a screen on Harden. Vincent passes to Kuminga. Nice D from Ellis.
And you gotta give
Nice D, yo.
never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. The 3 from Mitchell. And the Cavaliers, another 3.
This quarter has been all his. I suggest they keep the ball in his hands.
And here's Kuminga for 3. That doesn't go either for Kuminga. Just Just a big-time effort for...
Can't get nowhere close to the rim.
Oh, what a quarter. He was absolutely on fire offensively. Back after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Cavaliers?
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
You know, another thing that has impressed me has been their numbers of points in the paint, just dominating down there. They're just getting whatever shot they want in close.
On the court for the Cavaliers. Keon Ellis is out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then it's Jared Allen. Then it's Max Strus. And it's Tomlin in at the power forward position.
Nice pass.
So you have to be aware of that defensively. Get a body on him.
Here's Schroeder. Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark. And so McCollum will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. A 12-point game, outplayed in their previous game on their schedule, losing to the Cavs.
Yeah, we know that on the road, you're already a little out of your element. Then the misses from the line become contagious.
Yeah, they weren't doing themselves any favors missing all those free throws. You could sense the frustration mounting as the game went on.
Count the basket. Allen's got his second basket on the night.
He is an elite offensive rebounder. Allen is especially good at getting ideal positioning on that glass.
Here's Landale. Count it. All three of his attempts have gone in.
He's good enough where it takes a lot to bother him at the rim like that.
And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And the Hawks making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Cleveland also making some changes. Merrill comes in for Strus. And it's Harden in for Ellis. Harden scanning the floor. And he gets it to go. Harden's got 6 points.
I'm just going to say this. I don't think the average fan understands how strong Harden is. He has no problem finishing through contact with those wide shoulders.
Now here's Risacher, covered by Merrill. Risacher, no good. The Cavaliers lead by 14. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. Jared Allen has an inquisitive nature. Whether it's cooking, gardening, reading, or basketball, he's a sponge. Allen said, quote, "I love going through life, seeing things and learning about it, no matter what it is. It's just trying to improve my skill set in anything and enjoy it." Guys, back to you.
He's got that curiosity. Allie, appreciate the report. Goes up on the wing. Harden missing again.
See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
McCollum's shot is off. For Cleveland, they've gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter. Harden from outside. And it's Harden again missing.
I'd like to see him a bit more efficient. He has not been great this quarter.
Here's Kispert. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Well, when you think about how the game has evolved in recent years, RJ, the role of the big man might have changed the most.
Who knew threes and assists would become a key stat for 7-footers? But I will say, size helps. You cannot teach tall.
Okongwu's checked in for the Hawks. Alexander Walker comes in for Risacher. Here's Harden. An easy 2 on the layup. Harden's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Fighting for those points, the beard playing tough.
McCollum, the pass to Kispert. Outside Johnson. Outside Alexander Walker. And here's Kispert from the arc. The rebound by Allen. Allen's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And it's Harden. That time on the assist from Allen. That's 10 points for James Harden.
The offensive success is due in part to his quality shooting. He hasn't wasted too many looks.
Pass to Kispert. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's McCollum. And he gets it to go. 4 for 6 so far.
Not only a perimeter player, McCollum can go inside.
And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. changes. Risache comes in for Kispert, and Dyson Daniels subbed in for McCollum. Cleveland also making some changes. Bryant, he's checked in for Allen, and Mitchell subbed in for Schroeder. The Cavaliers lead by 11. Outside Mitchell. From the arc. Oh, Mitchell with a triple.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor space.
Yeah, and you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Back to Okongwu.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
Harden with a bucket.
Yeah, this period, they're letting him go to work, and it's paying off.
Atlanta's gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Well, Grant, you look at James Harden's capacity to generate offense. He is still at an elite level.
Yeah, a virtuoso with the rock. Even as he slows down, his ability to change pace keeps defenders off balance and creates for himself and others. It's just a thing tomorrow.
To the middle is Okongwu. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there. This man is on fire. His team is winning, and it doesn't get better than that.
Daniels outside from deep. And it's Harden who pulls down the rebound.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Oh, and Mitchell powers it home.
Oh, man, and that is why Mitchell has won a dunk contest before. He knows how to get a few style points.
Hey, yo,
Outside Risache. Launches a three. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's Cleveland in control with a 16-point advantage heading into the break.
Good first half, y'all.
Right now, every shot they're taking, you assume, is going in. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
James, scoring seems to come easy for you. What's your mentality out there?
I just like to have fun. You know, it's all for the kids. It's all for the fans. You know, I think that's what we're here for. And so, you know, guys, just go out there and compete, have fun, and just play hard.
Well, the kids are getting a great show tonight. Good luck in the second half.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. An uphill battle so far for the Atlanta Hawks.
They're getting destroyed inside. I'm pretty sure even McKinney could get a layup on them right now.
Shaq, I'd get a layup on you every time. You know what I'm saying? Like, my pick and roll game was just phenomenal.
Let's take a moment now and swing on over to the playoff picture in the Eastern Conference. Glad you could join us. Brian.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. What a game we're seeing from Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
And so it's Harden with it. He brings it up for Cleveland. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Johnson and Okongwu, the duo inside. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with C.J. McCollum. And it's Daniels in at the three, the small forward. That's the five to begin the second half for Quinn Snyder.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
Pass to Daniels.
Over it.
Johnson against Mobley. Johnson passes to McCollum. And that one falls. His fifth basket in 7 tries.
Oh, what a tricky shot. CJ, he's showing off now.
Here's Harden. And then Harden with the jam.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Here's McCollum, and the Hawks tack on 2 more.
They've struggled, but hey, you cannot lay it at his feet. Offensively, he's getting it done.
And it's Harden penetrating. Here's Mitchell. Allen outside. Pass to Merrill. Back to Allen. The 3 from Mitchell. And the Cavaliers, another 3.
A clean start to the half for them, knocking down their first 3 shots.
And that's a foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul of the game. Just over a minute and a half played in the third. And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. And coming from the ranks of the small forwards, here are the most locked-in shooters this past month. In the third spot, Dyson Daniels.
And this group does a great job of staying in attack mode. I mean, you have to be getting a lot of layups to have that kind of shooting percentage.
That's true, but they can also fill it up from outside. This is a group that can score from anywhere on the floor.
A clear look from McCollum, and another basket for Atlanta.
And McCollum excels at everything on the court, and man, he is putting on a show.
Harden drives in. The 3 from Mitchell. It's good. Off the assist from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists tonight.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
And he lobs it to the rim. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Making it look so easy. The 6'11" Allen just hops up and finishes it perfectly.
Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, the Cavaliers tried to make the most of their championship window. All-star Donovan Mitchell said, quote, "What I've learned is that this isn't forever. We're not invincible. You have to appreciate this because it doesn't come around too often. Not every locker room is like this." Back to you guys.
Connected and driven. Allie, we appreciate the report. Mitchell's shot is good.
He's been dominant all game long. Nobody on the floor can stop him. And look, let's just say he knows it.
Oh, stolen by Harden. And Mobley throws it down.
It must be nice to have a 7-footer like Mobley that you could just throw pretty much anything up there and he'll go get it.
For Atlanta, they've gone 4 of 4 in this third quarter. Perfect so far. And the call will be against James Harden. That's his first foul. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Ellis is checked in. Outside, Alexander Walker. McCollum finds Daniels. Back to McCollum. Over Mitchell. Cavaliers with a rebound. Allen's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
I'll tell you what, they rebounded the ball tremendously well. And they're just taking what the defense gives them. And right now, that's the interior.
McCollum, the pass to Daniels. Back to McCollum. Fires the 3. And the rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Harden with the slam.
This is the offensive onslaught that is James Harden. Just capable of dominating games all by himself.
And the Defensive Player of the Year for 2025, Evan Mobley. What makes him so formidable, Grant?
Well, you know, he has a similar physical frame to Hall of Famer Kevin Garnett. Long-armed and athletic at 6'11". And the intangibles are all there as far as timing and IQ.
He's doing everything he can. If they want to win, others have to step up and provide some scoring.
Harden's shot is good.
Figuring out ways to score. That is James Harden's specialty. The beard can hurt you inside and out.
Now a timeout called by Atlanta. And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. Tomlin's checked in for the Cavaliers. A moment here to see the numbers for Evan Mobley.
Effective field goal percentage is a great way to measure his performance over the previous 10 games. It's been much improved, a sign that his game has been evolving.
Vincent passes to Kuminga. There's the three. Cavaliers with a rebound. Allen's got rebound number 8 now. The three from Mitchell, and again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Pass to Riza Shea. He jams it home with authority.
Showcasing his athleticism, plays like this are why you got to be excited about Riza Shea's future in this league.
Ellis passes to Mitchell. Launches it. Good! Another from 3.
He's got this defense scrambling. Even when they've got 2 guys on him, he finds a way to get to space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for 3-pointers in a single game. Pass to Landale. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Landale's got 8.
Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
Harden, the pass to Allen. Tries from 6 feet. Yes! And a nice assist from Harden. 8 points for Jared Allen.
I just love the ball movement.
Outside Kuminga. Pass to Riza Shea. This one for 3. The shot misses. Just a big-time effort for Donovan Mitchell, providing a lot of energy for Cleveland. Over 40 points tonight and making it look easy. Back to the game after this break. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
And the ability to drop your jaw with the pass is something you rarely see in this league. What a talent he is.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court for the Cavaliers. They've got Keon Ellis. He's out there with Dennis Schroeder. Max Strus is out there with Thomas Bryant. And it's Tomlin in at the 4. Timeout called the Cavaliers. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Allen, he's checked in for Bryant. Mobley comes in for Tomlin. Mitchell's checked in for Ellis. And it's Harden in for Schroeder. Here's Harden into the lane. And Harden with the slam.
Okay, I see the explosion. Look, Harden never ceases to amaze me.
Puts up a 3. Strus grabs the miss.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
From the corner. And there's Mitchell on the assist by Harden. 43 points for Donovan Mitchell.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Here's Riza Shea. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. The 3 from Mitchell connects again from distance.
And he's now set the team record for most threes in a single game. What a shot he's got.
A lot of it stems from his confidence. Even when he misses, he's sure the next one's going in.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
Pass to Allen. Beyond the arc. Good! Another from 3.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps hitting from deep.
Man, he's just exploded from deep tonight. That last make, tying him for 2nd in most threes in a game.
Yeah, moving alongside Curry's mark from 2016. That was the top spot until Clay took it. A savage reverse jam. That takes great body control.
No question. He was making a statement right there, man. The three from Mitchell, and again for three.
And of course it falls for him. And that three pushing him into the record book.
Well, he is now tied for the most threes in a game. A night we'll never forget.
Yeah, amazing indeed. 14 triples alongside Captain Klay Thompson, that is.
Jalen Johnson, he's checked in for the Hawks. Cleveland also making some changes. Bryant, he's checked in for... Allen. Tomlin comes in for Evan Mobley. And Ellis is subbed in for Strus. Atlanta making some changes here. Okongwu's checked in for Landale. Daniels comes in for Kuminga. And it's Alexander Walker in for Kispert. Cleveland also making some changes. Strus, he's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. And it's Schroeder in for James Harden. And Cleveland making a change here. Jared Allen, he's checked in for Bryant. Mobley comes in for Tomlin. Mitchell's checked in for Ellis. And it's Harden in for Schroeder. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Mitchell's got 54 points.
Ooh, he's been the guy tonight. Really impressive performance.
Alexander Walker, the pass to McCollum. And the three-pointer goes.
Things are heating up for him behind the arc. He only had 1-3 in the first half, but now he's up to 3 in the second.
Allen on the wing. Pass to Strus. Cleveland working the ball around now. Here's Mitchell. Again, Cleveland scores.
Oh, keep feeding him. This man's on fire.
The Hawks have got 4 of 8 shots to drop here in this final quarter. Stolen by Harden. And here's Mobley. It's stolen by Johnson. Pass to Alexander Walker to the paint. Oh, it's dunked by Okongwu.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
And you can see Harden is feeling it, which is why he's being so aggressive on offense.
Outside Johnson. Here's Alexander Walker. Jacks up a three. The rebound by Allen. Allen's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And it's Harden penetrating. And Harden with the slam.
What an athlete Harden is. Gets off the ground so fast to hammer it down.
Here's McCollum. There's a minute 40 left in the fourth. Outside, Alexander Walker. Daniels outside. Pass to Alexander Walker. For three. Daniels misses. Cleveland has gone 3 for 3 from downtown in this fourth quarter.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Cavaliers.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And with this win, they will now have 52. Good! Another from three.
That is a three that will put him in the record books.
The most triples ever in a game. History being made.
And Klay Thompson's mark of 14 is finally tested. What a shooting display.
And now we have a chance to see our player of the game, Donovan Mitchell.
This has been one of the most dominant performances I've ever seen. What's incredible is he has no off switch, just a tremendous motor, and he's making an impact on every single possession. And look at him. You think it's just another game. He is totally in control of his emotions.
Well, he's getting in a groove at the perfect time, just as they're getting ready to do battle in the postseason. A minute 4 left in the fourth quarter here. McCollum into the lane. Doesn't go for him. Excellent D there from Bryant. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Cavaliers.
Leading his way around. Mitchell, tough to guard anywhere on the floor with his skill.
Donovan Mitchell taking 2 shots.
First one falls.
Mitchell just continues to improve every season, and now he's one of the game's elite players.
A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Jared Allen, he's checked in for Bryant. Evan Mobley comes in for Tomlin. Merrill, he's checked in for Ellis. And it's Harden in for Schroeder. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Alexander Walker. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Just a great combo guard. McCollum is capable of being a go-to scorer as well as a terrific distributor.
Harden finds Mobley. Shoots over Johnson. Outside for Harden. Now Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. Yep, that one goes. 63 points for Donovan Mitchell.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game, saving their best basketball to the end. Always smart.
It's nice. Clock is just not their friend.
It's a shame, really. If they'd been playing like this last quarter, they might be in a different situation right now.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
And as it should be, to be this dominant on another team's floor, look, when you go home, you're going to go home feeling good.
And so Cleveland takes this one by a big margin. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
James, this team seems to be clicking. What's been the key lately?
We're just more aggressive. Guys are getting it, and we're playing much harder. It's a good win for us. Continue to build and continue to keep our swag up. Great team effort for us.
It's up to you to keep them aggressive. Congrats on the win.
All right, thanks, Allie. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. And let's reveal our player of the game, Donovan Mitchell.
Looking forward to this straight. We're going to see the speed and the skill of NBA guards. Two of the league's best going head-to-head.
And when I think basketball, I envision guards pushing the tempo, taking threes. The modern NBA has a lot of talent. The pace has never been higher.
So the opening lineup for the Heat. Bam Adebayo is out there with Wiggins. Then there's Norman Powell. Then it's Tyler Hero. And it's Mitchell in at the 1 spot.
Well, he's a volume three-point shooter in this league. Hero can really do damage.
Mitchell against Young. Hero from long range. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell. Heroes got 6 points.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Johnson finds Song. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo.
They haven't been able to find their rhythm. That's 3 straight misses now.
Heat moving the ball around to the middle. Makes it off the glass.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
Now, here is Young. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game. That one's off, still out of sync.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 4 here, still looking for their first make.
To stand multiple defensive selections for Bam Adebayo.
Well, look, Kevin, Bam Adebayo has 3 key things for a defender. All right? He is smart, he is tough, and he is very, very versatile. He can guard virtually everyone on the floor at a given time.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Earlier, I spoke with Brian Keith. Coach brought up the challenges that Bam Adebayo poses on both ends. He told me offensively, Bam doesn't force much. He gets his points within the flow of the offense. He's a great finisher and facilitator. And defensively, he can guard anybody. He might be the most versatile defender in the league. Kevin, back to you.
Timeout.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. And Brian Keith wants a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Powell against Coulibaly. And it's Norman.
Come on, ref. Come on now.
That is his first foul of the game. Jaime Jaquez, he's checked in for Davion Mitchell. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Johnson surveying the floor. Good, nice job down low. Last outing for Miami, it was a loss to the Raptors in Toronto. Wiggins passes to Adebayo.
Great timing on the rejection there. This young kid, Sarr, has major defensive potential.
Teardrop shot. Miami grabs the miss. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And here's Miami. They're on a 14-5 run. Shots good by Hero.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep it.
Yeah, that's a good call.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Well, he's making a switch here. Larson's checked in, and we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, the Wizards stacking talented young players and draft assets. Not only that, they'll have a ton of cap space next season, which they will likely not use to sign a star free agent, but rather to absorb contracts in exchange for, you guessed it, more draft picks. This front office is continuing to think long-term, guys.
Priorities straight. All right, Shams, we appreciate the report.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Pass to Coulibaly. Here is Riley. Young for 3. Drills the three-pointer.
Crisp mechanics of Young on display there. The guy who has his shot down cold.
Outside, Adebayo. Over Sarr. The shot by Adebayo, no good.
You can tell he's forcing things a bit at the moment. He's been trying to get it going, but this hasn't been his course.
Here's Young. Ryler passes it to Sarr. Inside. Stuffed right through.
Not a standout part of Sarr's game, but good work recognizing that opening in the defense and making the right read.
Now, Hero. He's got 16. Chances to go. That one good from Adebayo.
And the defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
And Brian Keith wants a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Wizards trail by 11. Here's Johnson. And a slam dunk by Johnson.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting.
Yeah, get him out the game. That's 2 of the fouls.
It's going to be on Trae Young.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys taken the scoring circle for the Heat.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And I really liked how they've moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
And the Wizards making a change here. Carrington's checked in. Pass to Vukcevic. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And it's Carrington missing.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
And Adebayo with the basket on the assist by Powell. And that's now 7 points for Bam Adebayo. Now Carrington. Pass to Vukcevic. Back to Carrington. Offline with his three. The Heat leading by 13. Powell finds Adebayo. Jaquez outside. Here's Jonas. The three. Jaquez with the bucket.
Crushing it right now. They've done an excellent job of spacing the floor.
Yeah, we thought this might be the case. You see a few of those go through the net, it becomes contagious.
And so it's Miami in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And quite a position here for the Heat to be in. What do you guys think?
Well, you have to love what they've done offensively after that first period.
Well, you know I'm going to give this coaching staff some credit. What a great game plan they've had. Let's see if this can continue.
They've got Gill. Carlton Carrington is out there with Hardy. And it's Vukcevic in at the center position. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Wizards. Back to Jaquez. Over to the left wing. Here's Jonas. Sinks the three-pointer. Jonas has got 5 points now this quarter.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thanks. The Wizards are letting their young guys learn on the fly. Guard Bub Carrington said, the whole organization communicates to us often. We drafted you guys for a reason, they say. Don't be scared to make a mistake. Play your game, use the things that got you here, and see if it sticks. Back to you.
Learning on the job. All right, Allie, we thank you very much.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was short, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. So for the Wizards, Wiley is checked in for Gill. Koulibaly comes in for Hardy. Young is subbed in for Carlton Carrington. Mitchell, he's checked in for Miami. And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way. Now let's take a look at some of the numbers for him. So it's the Wizards now, 19-point game. And we're late in the season. And coach, both of these teams battling for playoff position. So does that change your approach at this stage?
Well, no doubt. Obviously, you want to win the game, but you've got to consider your overall postseason situation. Potential matchups, injuries, etc. You might need this win, but if not, then you need to consider just how much to push.
Rebound, Washington. The Heat beat them last time when these two teams met down in South Florida.
And it's going to come down to effort tonight. Last time they met each other, they were demolished on the boards, and that rebounding difference led to a sizable loss.
Yeah, it wasn't their finest hour or finest 2 hours. It has to be a matter of pride for them this time.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Young for 3, and Ware pulls it down. Ware's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Hackett. Shoots from the corner. It's rebounded by Coulibaly. Wizards trail by 21. Young from outside. It's hauled in by the Heat. Ware's got 6 rebounds in the game.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Yeah, well, that's a shot the defense is probably going to let him keep taking.
Driving inside. Young with no one around. Again, Young missing.
Well, this period, he's been his own worst enemy, and now he's pressing.
It seems to be an overlooked part of Trae Young's game, but he's led the NBA in total assists a few times.
No doubt. You initially think about Trae shooting, scoring, but he also runs the offense really well and wants to facilitate.
Looking to get it going, and it's good on the way in. Young's got his 2nd basket of the night.
This is why I love his game. You really have to admire his tenacity.
And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for Miami. And the layup's good off the glass. Hero's got 18 points in the game.
Well, this team relies on Hero's offensive production, and tonight he has delivered.
And Young kicks to Johnson. Pass to Coulibaly. Here's Riley. Shot clock at 6. Drops in the layup for 2. Riley's got his 2nd basket of the game.
Can't argue with a chance like that. Give me more of those.
It's stolen by Johnson. And Riley gets it to go.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Miami leading by 17. Hero no good. For Washington, they've gone 6 of 12 in the 2nd quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. Here's Coulibaly. That's his 2nd shot and his 2nd basket. He's 2 for 2.
Well, that's easy pickings for him. Unless the defense is all over him, he'll take that all day long.
Mitchell kicks to Adebayo. Hero, that's a 2-pointer. Drops one in from the wing. Hero's got 20 points.
He's had it going offensively, helping them build this lead.
Young, no good.
Well, he's pressing right now, which can happen when you're trying to cut into a lead.
Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo.
Well, Adebayo's going to work inside.
Yeah, that's
what they want him to do.
Basket counts.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Here's Mitchell. Washington with the rebound. Coulibaly's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Young against Hero. And that one drops. Young's got 7 points.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching. Couldn't run the inbound play any better than right there.
And so it's the Miami Heat out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting. They've been dialed in so far from the field. Now we have a moment to go courtside. Allie LaForce has got something for us.
I'm here with Coach Eric Spoelstra. And, Coach, what, if anything, do you think your team could improve on?
Well, the fact that, we had some open shots, so we missed them. We just have to stay the course. We're expecting a big burst from them in this building. We've got to be stable all the way through.
You hope they start to fall. Thanks, Coach.
Terrific stuff, Allie. Thank you so much. And we'll be back for the third quarter right after this halftime break.
Good to have you with us. With the season in its latter portion, let's look at the Eastern Conference playoff race.
Taking a look here at Miami, they've had a drop-off that I don't think anybody predicted. Came into the season with high hopes. The chemistry just hasn't been there from the beginning. It's a disappointing year.
And now, how about that first half? Talk about a dominating display for the Heat.
The three-point chances have been there for them, and they've taken advantage.
Just watching the game, not even looking at the scoreboard, you can tell they're the better team tonight by a mile. And that's all for us. Now it's time.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. We're seeing a tremendous game here from Tyler Hero.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Miami leading by 17. Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half with. We've got Hero. Adebayo is out there with Wiggins. Then it's Mitchell, and it's Powell in at the 3, the small forward. Pass to Riley. Up 2 here. Riley's got the first points of the second half here for the Wizards.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Shots good by Hero.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
And Miami shooting so well. The offensive execution has been brilliant. 66% from the field. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thank you, guys. Trae Young is learning to become more of a threat when he's off the ball. He said at every level there's a different type of game. Now, knowing the NBA game, I'm more patient, understanding how the game is, how to control it from the beginning to the end, and how you need to win. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report.
First team foul.
Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Sweet move, and the shot is good from Johnson. Johnson's got 6. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Miami Heat. You know, GA, you just can't say enough about the skill set of young Trae Johnson.
I mean, this guy came into the league ready. I really like how he gets to his shot, regardless of what the defense throws at him. And he can be dangerous if his defense gets to the same level as his own.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
There's Hero with the 3. Riley grabs the miss.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Get through!
On the wing, Johnson, covered by Mitchell. Johnson with the dunk.
Hello, that's what I call a move.
That is some artistry. Greg, you're right. On his way to the basket, he was soaring. Shots good by Hero.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Hey, who got ball? Who got ball?
Johnson outside. Young sets a screen for Johnson. Shoots over Hero. The shot by Johnson, no good.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
And that one drops for him. And now that's 11 points for Bam Adebayo.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pass to Coulibaly. Now Johnson. 6 to shoot. Johnson with the stop.
Wow, look at how quick he flashes to the rim there for the finish.
Outside Hero. There's the triple. Drains the three-pointer. Hero's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Well, he's just dominating right now. If his teammates are smart, they'll keep getting him the ball.
And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Carlton Carrington's checked in for the Wizards. And Miami with a change here, too. Jaime Jaquez, he's checked in for Davion Mitchell. Here is Riley. He's got 8. Back to Koulibaly. Nice ball movement by Washington. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the basket by Johnson. And Greg, everyone talks about the importance of basketball IQ. Can you win in the NBA with a low IQ team?
Boy, it would be tough. I mean, there's a reason younger teams typically don't win at the highest level. But you need to take those lumps and get that experience and learn from those lessons.
Pass to Riley. Johnson outside. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
There's Hero with the 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got his 3rd assist on the night. And Sarr throws it down.
Most of Sarr's best work is done at the rim. Look at him just throwing it down with ease.
Wiggins throws it down hard.
And what a powerful player Wiggins can be. Dunks like this remind you of that elite level athleticism.
We'd like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their connected cam. Here's Carrington. His 3-pointers off the mark. Miami's gotten 12 of their points from long range in the 3rd quarter, going 4 of 5 shooting. Shots good by Hero.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Johnson attacking. The teardrop falls in. Johnson's got 10 points in just the second half.
Yeah, it took just enough off of it for the floater.
Here's Hero. And the layup is good.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Johnson outside. Shoots over Powell. Another one falls for Washington.
Not only is he putting up the numbers, but he's doing it at a very efficient rate. Exactly when his team needs it.
Tyler Hero has been leading the charge for Miami. He went on an aerial 3-point display, drilling 4 long balls in just the 1 quarter alone. And we'll be back with you shortly. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Carlton Carrington is out there with Trae Young. Then there's Gill. And it's Vukcevic in at the 5. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. And the Heat call time here. And Miami going with a whole new group out there. There's Hero with the 3. Rebounded by the Wizards. Carrington with the ball. Pass to Gill. On its way from Young for two. Jump shot is good that time. Young's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Wizards. There's Hero with the three. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell. Mitchell's got his 7th assist in the game.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Adebayo finds Mitchell. Back to Adebayo. Fires from 18. And there's another one for the Heat.
Yeah, Adebayo's really good at facing up from mid-range. Buries the jumper there.
Tries the spin move. On the wing, Carrington. Hits it from three-point range. Carrington's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Miami Heat. From the arc. Hero, no good. Washington's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And it's good, 2 points. Young's got 4 points in the quarter.
Nice work by Young. He can be a pest in there.
Hero on the wing. From past the arc. Good, another from 3.
He's got this defense scrambling, and even when they've got 2 guys on him, he just finds a way to create space.
And he's making some team history. Just tied the franchise record for three-pointers in a single game.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to... maintain control and finish the play.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for Miami.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
And on top of that, they've really been dialed in from deep, just dropping triple after triple.
And the Heat call time here. And Washington making a change here. Sars checked in. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Here's Mitchell. Here's Adebayo. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. To the paint. Throws it down.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Over in the corner, Hero. Beyond the arc. And again for 3.
He's now set the team record for most threes in a game. Unreal.
And a lot of it stems from his confidence. Even when he misses, he's sure, he's positive the next one's going to go in. A three-pointer, Wiggins, and again, Miami with the triple.
Not shot from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
And here's Young from the arc. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Wiggins from outside. Drops in the tray.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc. A key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot. But when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding.
The wide open look here for Coulibaly. And just miss after miss right now. Powell down low. He's defended by Coulibaly. The shot by Powell, no good. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Well, you want to shoot a high percentage from the floor? That's where you go with the ball.
Hero on the wing. And another one. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Well, he brings the heat. Hero giving the people what they came to see.
Johnson outside. So, Greg, in 2021, the NBA creating the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar
Yeah, Tyler.
recognize the work that's being done by so many NBA players.
It does, Kevin. And these players who are not just giving back, but giving a voice to the less fortunate and trying to shape policy towards justice and equality.
The Heat shooting just phenomenal here tonight. 73% from the field.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Heat.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And so they'll be advancing their win total. And another one falls.
And he's nearing the single-game franchise record in scoring.
Absolutely on fire. Already a night to remember and approaching some history to boot. Back to Young. Three-pointer. Jaquez with the rebound.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Hero, that's a two-pointer. Again, the Heat good for two.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up. Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
Third personal foul. First team foul. Shooting for Miami. Davion Mitchell. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And Mitchell drops them both.
Good game, John. Good game.
17 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Pass to Coulibaly. Here is Riley. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Let's send it over to Allie LaForce. She's standing by with our player of the game.
Tyler, we know you are never shy. What gives you that confidence to let it fly when the pressure is on?
I like taking the big shot. My teammates, my coaches, they all trust me, put me in the right spots, and sometimes I make a couple big shots here and there.
Well, you give them a reason to trust as well. Congratulations.
As always, Allie, we appreciate it. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Allie LaForce, and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight. And now, our player of the game, Tyler Hero.
Be back in a few. Hit the thumbs up, medium light skin tone button as you come in.
All right, we back. See if we can go. I don't know through all these games, but most of these games tonight. Oh yeah, so Marquis, yeah, Lakers and Phoenix. So we're gonna go. Yeah, we go with Hornets. Oh, they still got Cade out here. I think he came back.
And all over the floor, you can see each player preparing for the game ahead, pushing out distractions and getting into the zone. Welcome and thanks for joining 2K Sports for a Friday night full of NBA action. This is Brian Anderson with Hall of Famers Grant Hill, and as we head towards the playoffs, let's see where the Eastern Conference standings sit. You look at Detroit, they have looked in control all season long, aren't showing any signs of taking their foot off the gas anytime soon. And of course the Hornets, quite a bit of space between these two.
Well, I think for Detroit, they've been fantastic. You have to tip your cap to them. It's so tough to be on top at the end of the regular season. And with the week left, let's hope they can stay healthy.
A look at the Pistons starting group. Thompson and Harris make up the forwards. Then it's Duncan Robinson. Then there's Jalen Duren. And it's Jenkins in at the point. And for Charlotte, Ball and Miller at the 1 and the 2. Miles Bridges is out there with Knipple. And it's Diabate in at the 5, roaming the paint. And not too often we see a matchup like this one. Both of these teams are elite when it comes to cleaning the glass, Grant.
Yeah, BA, and that's why I expect this to get physical around the rim, which will put the endurance of these teams' rebounders to the test. They're going to work inside. I like how confident Jalen is from this area.
And Ball gets it to go.
Hey, take it right to the defense. Not a bad way to start this game.
Harris on the wing. Pass to Jenkins. Here's Thompson, providing this team offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game.
He may give up a little size, but has the bounce to hold his own.
And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Charlotte. Three-pointer, Bridges. Drops in the 3.
Yeah, you know that Bridges is good for a few threes most games. This guy is very confident out there.
Ball looks over the floor. And there's the drive. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Each year, it feels like Harris becomes more and more versatile. He's really working to get others involved.
And this is year 2 for Coach Charles Lee at the helm of the Hornets, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., a long-time assistant. He knocked on plenty of doors before finally securing the lead goal. And that determination to break through, something he's looking to impart to his young roster.
Harris. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And I love their energy so far. They're now 4 for 4 from the field.
And it's Ball off the drive. Diabate shot is good.
You're getting 5 for 5, and they just got started.
Well, if you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Pass to Jenkins. Now here's Harris. Last game for him, he picked up 10. 6 on the shot clock.
Yeah, just catching your teammate in stride right there. That makes the game easy.
And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Hornets. Last time they faced off, it was right here at home where they couldn't get it done.
And in their last game against this club, turnovers really were a problem for them.
They were forced into tons of sloppy play, and I think they'll be looking to be more composed tonight.
And there's the call on the Melo Ball. That's his first foul. Kobe White, he's checked in for Miller. On defense, Charlotte. 4-point game. Here's Thompson. Pass to Jenkins. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Harris outside. Buries it from 3. Harris has got 5 now.
And the coaches rave about Harris and his three-point shooting. It helps his team space the floor.
Three-pointer Bridges. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of drooling three-point opportunities.
Pass to Robinson. And he lobs it up top. Here's Jenkins from downtown. Diabate grabs the board. White with it, and it's Robinson picking him up. White can't hit. Pistons trail by 4. The motor of Kobe White. Grant seems to be ready to run the entire game and then some.
Oh, totally, B.A. For someone who is quick and can jump and has a strong handle, he's got plenty of stamina. And as a guard, you trust Kobe will make those effort plays. He's been perfect this quarter. They keep feeding him, and he keeps delivering.
Harris on the wing. The shot's good. Harris has gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
In so many ways, Harris can beat you. He has the size and skill to score from all 4 levels.
Yes, it's good.
This guy has absolutely owned this quarter. This is how you lead by example.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. They defeated Milwaukee in their last game.
And you know they had a great plan going into that one. And then made the right adjustments along the way.
I thought their game plan was really spot on, and we saw that in their scoring more than anything else.
Herter's checked in for Detroit. Sasser comes in for Jenkins. For 3, here's Harris. Drains the triple. Harris has got 10 points in the game.
Always ready to fire. Give Harris a good pass. Somebody else will get you an assist.
And you think back, not many point guards have combined the vision with the frame of LaMelo Ball.
I mean, he's 6'7", or even taller. You think about it, it's just a short list. You think of Luka Doncic, Penny Hardaway, Magic Johnson. That combination of size and court awareness is hard to stop.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Reed checked in for Duran. Holland comes in for Tobias Harris. And LeVert subbed in for Thompson. Well, you need a real big-time star to win in this league. And Grant, the Pistons have that in Cade Cunningham.
Oh, my, B.A. It took until year 4 for him to really break through. Already a player who can impact the game in so many ways, but when his numbers go up across the board, that's doing something special.
Ball finds Bridges. Holland with the rebound. Pistons trail by 3. Sasser with the ball. Guarded now by Ball. Back to Sasser. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. No shot. And here's Herter. Tries it from the top of the key. And again, it's Detroit.
And both teams already firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, this is already a high-scoring game, but we knew that was a possibility coming into this one.
And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Hornets out in front, leading by 3. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep. And they have been thus far.
We've also seen them show a willingness to take advantage of the mid-range opportunities. The defense conceding these looks, and they're cashing in.
Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second. We've got Holland, Kevin Herter out there with Marcus Sasser. Then it's Karis LeVert, and it's Reed in it to 5, down low.
Boy, he was anticipating a little bit more defensive pressure, and that's when you think he's going to make.
And one thing I love about White's game, he scores on all 3 levels. He is not afraid at all to go inside.
Pass to Reed. Now here's LeVert. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Some changes for Charlotte. Miller's checked in for James, and it's ball in for White. Free throw no good for LeVert. Well, Grant, offense is trying to stretch the D to the breaking point, and it goes beyond just three-point shooting.
Yeah, there's how you position on the perimeter, but, you know, then you also want that vertical spacing, too, where you have a lob threat at the rim.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, thanks a lot, guys. The Pistons are growing. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff said, I appreciate the work that the guys have put in, and I'm proud of what they're becoming. But we have more work to do. We're still taking steps. Our guys have improved. The team has improved, but we're not finished yet. Back to you guys.
On the rise. Allie, thanks very much for the report. Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Jalen Duren, he's checked in for Reed. Robinson comes in for LeVert. Jenkins comes in for Sasser. Herder from long range. Again, no good by Detroit. Charlotte leading by 8. Miller outside. From deep. And Charlotte, another three.
Well, he's putting pressure on the defense. That's 2 from downtown this period.
Outside Herder. Pass to Duren. The three is up. Oh, his shooting remains on point. 3 for 4 thus far.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Boy, he overdid it there. Too much force on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant one.
He might be lucky just to get a flagrant one there. Lots of contact on that play. The officials could have gone with a more severe call.
Well, he better be on his best behavior from this point forward. One more flagrant of any kind, and he's out of this game. And so Ball nails both of them. And when it comes to adding sizzle to the steak, just watch LaMelo Ball, Doris.
I love that, PA. Certainly, entertainment is a big aspect of this young man's game. The fancy dribbling, the no-look passes, the range on his three-point shooting. He alone can be worth the price of a ticket.
And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. Trailing by 10. Pass to Jenkins. Three-pointer. And Detroit another three.
Well, after hitting 0 from distance in the first, that's his second make this quarter.
Here in quarter 2, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Here's Miller. Yes, sir. And it's Ball with the assist that time. Ball's got his 4th assist in this one.
Oh, he is feeling it. 3 trifectas here in the second quarter. 4 already for the game.
Here we go, one-on-one. It's stolen. Here's Jenkins, pounded by Ball. Pass to Thompson. And there's the lob. And the dunk by Duren.
He is ferocious on alley-oops. With his good hands and wingspan, Duren makes for an easy target on the lob.
And the Pistons making a change here. Harris is checked in. Miller outside. The three is up. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Pass to Harris. And Harris throws it down.
And for Harris, it's about getting into a rhythm. Once he does this, he can take over games.
Miller right side. Takes a three. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Here's Harris. Ooh, he's been flawless tonight. Now he's 6 for 6.
He has been unguardable. There's been no misses yet. You have to keep getting him the ball.
Williams passes to Ball. Here's the three. And he sinks it again. 7 of 7 from the field now.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Outside Robinson. No good with the triple. Hornets leading by 13. Miller on the wing. Lets the three fly. Yes, sir. And it's Ball with the assist that time. Ball's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Here's Jenkins. 10 points for him. Robinson finds Harris. To the inside. Oh, and the dunk by Duren.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Here's Ball. Lays it up and banks it in. Ball's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Wow, LaMelo is always a tough matchup, but tonight almost impossible.
Robinson on the wing. Off target with the three.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Here's Miller. And here are the Hornets with another bucket.
Boy, bringing tremendous energy right now, and his teammates are absolutely feeding off it.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Well, it's trying to close the quarter strong, and by that you take a great shot without giving them an opportunity for another one down the other end.
Here's Jenkins, hounded by Ball.
And now that's his 2nd foul, so they're going to have to navigate that as this game progresses here in the next couple minutes.
Detroit shooting their 2nd and 3rd free throws tonight. And so he makes both from the line. 12 seconds left in the first half of this one. Miller on the wing. Takes the three. Sinks it from distance. Miller's got 29.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
And so it's Charlotte out in front by 19 going into the break. And their three-point shooting, a big reason they have a sizable lead. Time for a quick break, then back to the action.
Good to have you with us. With the season in its latter portion, let's look at the Eastern Conference playoff race.
If you look at the Pistons, they've been phenomenal. All the lofty predictions, the expectations, they've all come true. Now comes the hardest part, the postseason. Every team is going to be gunning for them.
And let's move on to that first half. Talk about a rough start for the Detroit Pistons.
They've got to run shooters off that line. Just hoping they miss is not working.
It's just a question every team faces, Shaq. How do you extend your defense enough to bother shooters without opening up the driving lanes?
Glad you could join us. Brian Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third quarter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. You got to like what we're seeing from Brandon Miller.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Ball and Miller at the 1 and the 2. Knipple out there with Miles Bridges. And it's Diabate in at the center position. So that's who Charles Lee starts in the second half. And last season, the Pistons became the first team ever to triple their win total from the previous campaign.
Yeah, going from the worst record in the association in 2024 to a playoff team in 2025. And now they look to just keep on rising.
Jenkins misses. Hornets leading by 21. Here's Ball. Ball throws it down.
You see the decisiveness right there with LaMelo Ball. Makes up his mind on the drive that he's going to dunk it.
Here's Jenkins, hounded by Ball. Duren, the pass to Harris. Back to Duren. Clock at 6. Harris throws it down.
And you can't let Harris get this close to the basket. When you do, this is what happens.
And here's Knipple from the arc. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball. Ball's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. Detroit shooting almost 70% from the floor. Sensational. And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. He might have seen something and needs a review with his guys. And taking a look at the last 10 games, these are the teams that have attacked the offensive glass and been rewarded for their efforts. Number 1, the Hornets.
Well, you love the attack mindset on the glass. They've imposed their will physically.
90 seconds into the second half now. Harris passes to Robinson. Pass to Thompson. Back to Robinson. A shot from the mid-range. The rebound goes to the Hornets. Here's Knippel. So his stats have been solid, averaging around 18.5 points a game. Three-pointer, Bridges sends it home from three-point land. Bridges has got 11 points.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Harris on the wing. And he banks in the layup. He's got 18.
Boy, despite his efficiency, they just can't get over the hump.
Well, Grant, Tobias Harris has been around the league. What's his best asset?
You know, I think it
connects again from distance.
He's got this defense scrambling. Even when they've got two guys on him, he finds a way to get to space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for three-pointers in a single game. Duran, no good.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Shoots. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. Bridges has got 5 points now in the quarter.
He's been a steady presence for them. Nice to have that kind of safety net at the offensive end.
And here's Harris outside. Ball with the rebound. And here's Charlotte. They're on a 15-4 run. Pass to Miller. Fires from deep. And again for three.
And he's now set the team record for most threes in a single game. What a shot he's got.
A lot of it stems from his confidence. Even when he misses, he's sure the next one's going in. Thompson finds Harris. The baseline J. Here's Duran. Dunk by Duran.
You have to put a body on Duran. He's quick, he's athletic, and he has that 7'5" wingspan.
Pass to Knippel. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball. Knippel's got 5.
He drops yet another dive. Just facilitating a calm in the storm, and these fans are feeling it.
He's been raining them down from outside. En route to the most triples in a game in franchise history. So both teams making some changes here. .146 left in the third quarter here. Detroit moving the ball around. Harris down low. Bucket. He's now 9 for 11 after that one.
Boy, this guy has been absolutely outstanding this quarter. You love what he's doing out there right now.
Wow! Now 10 for 10 after that one. He's on fire.
You want to talk about a perfect performance? He hasn't missed a shot all night. Incredible.
Detroit has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Pass to Holland. Fires the three. Kept alive. Harris' shot is good. Harris has got 8 points in the quarter.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
He shoots it. And another dime for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He has been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Harris outside. Here's Holland. Goes back up. And it's good on the layup.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
White for three. Another possession, another assist. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
I mean, keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammates, incredible.
Harris outside. For three. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so it's Charlotte holding a massive 34-point lead to end the quarter. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. We'll be right back. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
You know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates. Done there perfectly.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. They've got Duren. Marcus Sasser is out there with Kevin Huerter. Then there's Holland, and it's LeVert in at the three. Huerter, and the rebound goes to the Hornets. Here's McNeely. James with the ball, and Sasser picks him up defensively. White can't hit. LeVert outside. And down it goes. 2 points.
Caris LeVert, great confidence in his ability to get off the dribble drive and make things happen.
Back to White. And the Hornets call time here. And Doris, you think about the top scorers in this league. They're creating those points with greater efficiency than in decades past.
Analytics is increasingly a part of the NBA. Teams are now understanding that 3 is more than 2, and if you don't make enough of them, you have a math problem. And then the other highly valued shots in the game, and maybe the most valued shots, are restricted area 2s. Listen, let's be smart about the game.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played. Sasser right side. It's Huerter on the wing. LeVert outside. Lets it go from deep. Diamante grabs the board. Charlotte has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Here's Miller. And again, another assist.
Another possession, another assist.
Man, is he sharing the ball well. Hitting his guys right in their spots. Sasser outside. Outside Huerter. The 3. Hornets with the rebound. Ball outside. Miller right side. 19-footer. And the jumper is good. Miller's got 39.
Yeah, a sign of things to come, hopefully. I mean, once Miller gets going, he is capable of dominating games.
Now here's LeVert. He's closely guarded. Stolen by Bridges. There's the triple. And Miller good for 3. Miller's got 13 points here in the second half alone. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Charlotte?
You have to be a fan of the energy they played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet. And it's come up big a few times for them.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
3-pointer, Bridges. Offensive rebound. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. 6 to shoot. And here's Knipple from the arc. Duren with a rebound. Duren's got 4 rebounds now. LeVert passes to Herter. The three-pointer off the mark.
Boy, the defense baits him into taking that shot. Sometimes I say there's a reason you're open.
The shot by Diabate, no good.
You'd rather see him dunk that. Impose your will if you can.
Pass to Holland. Fires for 3. Diabate grabs the board. Diabate's got 4 rebounds in the game. Ball passes to Miller. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. Miller's got 44.
Boy, he might be early in his career, but Brandon Miller is capable of this kind of thing nightly. This guy is cooking.
Pass to LeVert. And you look around the league, 30 different organizations, each with their own cultures. What did you look for as a player, Greg?
Well, you know, B.A., winning always comes first. You're looking at resources and how they care for their players. That's where teams are trying to separate themselves these days.
A big group substitution here for Detroit. Tobias Harris checked in for Holland. Thompson comes in for LeVert. Robinson, he's checked in for Herter. Jenkins comes in for Sasser. Here's Miller. Good! Another from 3.
The parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
And that latest triple ties him for second for most threes in a game. What a monster performance from deep it's been.
Now it's a four-way tie between himself, Curry, Zach LaVine, and Damian Lillard. And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out.
Yet another assist.
And sure enough, he's just set the single-game franchise record for assists.
Showing that vision, both to find his teammates and to reach for new heights.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific.
And again for 3.
And of course it falls for him. And that 3 pushing him into the record books.
Well, he is now tied for the most threes in a game. A night we'll never forget.
Yeah, matching Clay's 14. One more shouldn't be too much to ask.
Oh, he is red hot right now. Defense has got to lock in.
Miller outside. The 3 connects again from distance.
Unbelievable. Gets the record with a beautiful 3.
It's a new single-game high-water mark for triples.
Yeah, making waves and passing the splash brother, Klay Thompson. 15 threes and counting. And that was special. It's easy to be excited about Duren's future in this league.
Thanks to AT&T for that fantastic look from their connected cam. Here's Miller. Good! Another from 3. Woo, you can tell he's feeling it right now.
B.A., he's on fire. And the crowd, letting him know they appreciate greatness.
He has been prolific. 3-pointers at a historic level.
I'll tell you, we... knew he could shoot with range, but this barrage of threes has been nothing short of spectacular.
Good on the second one. 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter here.
Timeout, timeout.
Pass to Miller. 3-pointer. Again! What an avalanche!
Never in the history of the franchise have we seen a game like this. He's putting on a remarkable performance.
It's their all-time single-game scoring record. Their fans will be reliving this game for a long time. And so Charlotte takes this one by a big margin. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort. They were just dominant out there.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching tonight's game. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Brandon Miller.
Perfect. I like that.
So, Greg, tonight is night 2 of the back-to-back. These can't be easy see the play.
Yeah, this is a test of will and really of conditioning as well. I expect there to be some big swings tonight. Should be a fun one.
Here are the 5 for the Raptors. Perimeter pairing, Barrett and Ingram. The post pairing, Barnes playing alongside Turtle.
One of his great attributes is Brunson is very aggressive as an offensive player. He's not ever going to let a foul keep him from doing what he wants to do.
Clark, how about the spark Jalen Brunson is brought to these Knicks?
Yeah, I tell you, I didn't see it coming in terms of how good Jalen Brunson is, Kevin. I mean, I knew he would be a good pro, but to be kind of a franchise player, that's more than I expected. Playoff runs in all 3 years for Brunson in New York. Oh, he's giving the franchise a jolt for sure, and he's a joy to watch. Yeah, you know, we see OG has really improved his jump shot, but I like when he takes that thing inside, using his athleticism in the painted area.
Now here's Ingram. Coming off a solid outing against Miami. And they're on the break. Here's Towns. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Boy, he is fundamentally...
Nice play.
Toronto. It's a 3-point game. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
They shot the lights out from deep. Now,
there's all kind of talk in the game today about stretching the floor, because when you do that, everything else just becomes a little easier. Talk about a great start. 3 of 3 from the field to get the game going. They're cooking with gas. So,
and it's good for 2. Brunson's got 5 now.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
Now here's Barnes. He had 13 points in the win against Miami. And it's quickly missing.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. It may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And the shot goes in.
And Brunson recognizes how to execute inside. The D must be more physical with him.
Barnes gets to quickly. Knocks down the 3 ball.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Here's Brunson. Up and in on the way. 9 points in the game so far.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Now, here's Barrett. And he also played a big role in the last game with Miami.
A real challenge to guard in pick and rolls. Barrett's size and ability to distribute the rock is elite.
So here we are, Greg, looking at this roster of the Raptors. What is the path to contention?
Well, perhaps an opening in the East for them to make a move, going from good to great. It's tougher and will require them to develop or acquire some superstar talent.
Here's Pirtle. Jalen Brunson picking up that last basket. Count it.
Hey, when Pirtle gets the rock deep inside, the defense is cooked. Can't allow him to get comfortable from there.
And now, Ellie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Raptors coach Darko Rajakovic explained what he's looking for on the offensive end. He said, quote, it's unselfishness, ball and body movement, playing together and making each other better. Also, you have to be able to adjust. Basketball is not set in stone. If it was, it would be a recipe. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, you got to roll with the punches. Thank you, Allie. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Pass to Murray Boyle. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And this has got to be, Clark, one of the best offenses in Knicks franchise history.
Yeah, you look at the 2-man game between Brunson and Town, Kevin, and it's virtually unstoppable. And they've got the defenders to hold up at the other end as well. This is a rock-solid crew.
And Toronto making a change here. Shed's checked in. GA now in year 3 under Darko Rajakovic. The Raptors are staying the course.
His contract runs through next season, and he's all in on and getting the best out of him.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Pass to Barnes. Uncovered. Robinson pulls it in.
Surprising to see that he has so much room from mid-range. I think he was surprised, too.
Fires the three. And Anunoby gets it to go on the assist by Bridges. Anunoby's got 5 now.
Nice job of setting himself up for that shot right there. Anunoby knocking down the 3.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd-pleasing already.
And the basket is good. He's got 16.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He is yet to miss a shot.
Pass to Murray Boyle. Robinson with the block.
We know Robinson is an elite rim protector. So, yeah, you might want to try that move on somebody else.
And the Raptors with some changes. Mamu Kelishvili is checked in. And Dick subbed in for Ingram. Here's Dick. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Now, here's Bridges. He's covered closely. On deep, Brunson. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
Boy, somebody lit a fire under this guy. I mean, he's crushing it right now.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Lets it go from 11, and good that time. Quickly's got his second bucket tonight. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. They're leading by 8. Last time they met was in Toronto, where they beat the Raptors.
Well, they coasted to the win in that one. Were dominant in the rebound department, and that was a huge factor.
And, you know, one of the things about winning the physical battle like they did in that game, it gives you a lot of confidence going into the next meeting. You know you can push this team around in the paint and win the physical battle.
And so it's New York going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're shooting the ball so well in this one, a great performance from the field. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Knicks.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Something else they've been doing really well is shredding that defense by getting all the way to the rack. They've been absolutely fearless in attacking the paint.
So for Toronto right now, we've got Walter. So Emmanuel quickly out there. And Murray Boyles in at the 5, roaming the paint. Pass to Mamu Kelishvili. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. The Knicks leading by 13. Clark, one thing about Mitchell Robinson, he has got great rim protection, rebounding, and a nice sense on the floor of what to do.
Yeah, he's a big guy that really wreaks havoc on the glass. I mean, his size, jumping ability, and timing, along with his nose for the ball, forget about trying to keep him off the glass. He's getting offensive rebounds, and he's an excellent finisher, rolling out of picks for the lob.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
Pass to Walter. Now quickly. Banked in off the glass. Quickly's got 7.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
A different look for New York. Anunoby, he's checked in for Landry Shamet. Mikal Bridges comes in for Jordan Clarkson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Jose Alvarado. Scotty Barnes, he's checked in for Toronto. Brandon Ingram comes in for Grady Dick. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Quickly against Brunson. Ingram wide open. And again, it's Toronto with a 3.
Well, you look at the form on Ingram's catch-and-shoot jumpers, it's textbook. He's got excellent posture. His hands are in a good position. And most importantly, he's ready to shoot it when he catches it.
Quickly with it. He's picked up by Anunoby.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Bridges doing a nice job adjusting around the interior contact that time.
Quickly finds Barnes for the three. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger. And we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And, you know, confidence is key there. They seem to play with a ton of it, especially on the offensive end.
Pass to Walter. Barnes sets a screen for Quickly. And the Raptors miss again.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Anunoby. And the three off target. Raptors trail by 18. And there's the drive. That one goes. Count it. Quickly's got 4 points this quarter. And Clark, I've got to say, you might have been one of the first true combo forwards. And that's not a rarity anymore.
No, it's common. It's actually 13 to a dozen now when you talk about the versatility of forwards in this league. And sizes going north of 6'8", ability to make threes and go rack to rack. You're not boxed into any one position nowadays. It's all about being a skilled, versatile basketball player regardless of your size. And I love it for the game and for the spectators.
Josh Hart, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. The Knicks leading by 18. Here's Brunson. It's rebounded by Scotty Barnes.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Barrett for three. That shot is off. The Knicks have gone 7 for 10 here in the second quarter. They'd like to keep up that nice pace. Brunson finds Hart. Some solid defense from Pirtle. And in transition, it's Ingram. Here we go. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Mikal Bridges is very comfortable with his mid-range and in-between game. He said when it comes to the basketball court, it's not just the rims and the threes. You have the rest of the court, too. Now, not everyone is...
Wait a minute.
Back to you guys.
Oh, yeah. He can knock him down. Thanks a lot, Allie.
Explosive off the bounce with great body control. Barrett's most effective when going downhill.
No doubt he's struggling right now.
This guy is a fantastic athlete. Barrett looking like a man on a mission with that slam.
Let's see the connected cam angle on that stunning play brought to you by AT&T.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Here's Barrett. Got it. He's now 3 for 5 from the field.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Here's Brunson. Brunson, hard finish inside.
We're seeing another decisive performance from Brunson. He's absolutely controlling the pace of this game.
With 1 on the clock. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Knicks lead by 14. Now let's check in with Allie LaForce on the sideline. What do you have for us, Allie?
Carl, you were able to build the lead, but what's the key to maintaining it or even increasing it going forward?
I mean, don't change what we're doing. Just stay together, keep passing the ball, keep playing great defense, and just keep making them think and make decisions, especially the difficult ones.
Consistency is a beautiful thing. Thanks, Carl.
Terrific, Allie. Thank you. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Hello, everybody. We'll break down the action shortly. But first, a glance at how the Eastern Conference standings are stacking up as the season winds down. Well, any impression, you knuckleheads?
Yeah, I can do a few. My best is probably...
Jack, he meant impressions of the standing, not like being an impersonator.
I'm not kidding. Why you always gotta be spoiling my fun, huh?
And looking now at that first half where everything was going wrong for the Toronto Raptors.
Yeah, their defensive effort uninspiring, like Kenny's acting career.
Oh, okay. I'm not even going to go through the films that you in. Stay in your lane, brother. Stay in your lane.
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with...
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You know, Jalen Brunson has been exceptional here, guys. Wow.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
New York leading by 14. We've got Anunoby. Hart is out there with Towns. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Bridges in a 2-guard. That's the group for Mike Brown as we get going here in the second half. Offensive rebound. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Barry. Pass to quickly. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. Let's see the stat sheet here for OG Anunoby. Here's Brunson, and another of these young, talented players out of Canada. R.J. Barrett is a high-level NBA athlete.
It's in the blood. His father played for the Canadian national team. Barrett, an attack wing who loves to get downhill.
Bertle, the pass to Barrett. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Bridges with some nice defense.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
It's stolen by Barrett. Pass to Barnes. Back to Barrett. Latrey. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist. Barnes has got 3 assists tonight.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Good! Brunson gets through the contact.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
And here is Bertle. Barrett for 3. It's rebounded by Brunson.
I think everybody in the building expected him to make that collective shot.
That one drops for him. Bridges has got his second bucket of the night.
When he first came into the league now, Mikal Bridges was not taking anybody off the bounce. Now he is.
Pass to Barrett. Big shot on the way. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
You know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks guys don't last minutes. They last days.
Now, here's Quickly. Barnes outside. Quickly setting the pick for Barnes. A 3-pointer off the mark. And here's Brunson. They'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Towns kicks to Anunoby. And here's Brunson outside. Hits the 3-point bomb. Brunson's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Well, his scoring has helped them build and sustain this lead. Now he's trying to close it out.
Barnes outside. And here's Ingram from the arc. Nailed from 3-point land. Ingram's got 9.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. Those 3-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they can keep it up.
Pass to Barrett. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. Ingram's got 6 assists in the game.
And this is Barrett at his best, looking for a shot, being active on offense. Love it.
Good on the three-point shot. He's got 15.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Here's Brunson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Scotty Barnes picks one out.
Yeah, with his footwork and strength, Brunson is difficult to contain down low, even though he's not that tall.
The first one falls. And Clark, is someone who has been around the game their entire life, what advice would you give to younger players?
A couple of things, Kevin, I would highlight. One is embrace the work, embrace the process of development, run your own race in that regard, stay away from the snare and compare, and dedicate yourself to being a continual learner and always striving to get better.
Outside for Robinson. Pass to Brunson. To the inside. Robinson passes to Brunson. Just 5 on the clock. And Jordan Clarkson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
A different look for New York. Diawara's checked in, and Landry Shamet subbed in for Bridges. Then for the Raptors, Mamu Pelishvili is checked in, and Grady Dick subbed in for Brandon Ingram. And timeout call by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Jeremy Sohan's checked in for New York. Here's Walter. Nothing on the board. Pass to Dick.
Watch the pick.
1:16 left in the third. He was all alone on that one.
In so many different ways, Dick gets the ball to his teammates, always on time and on target.
Here's Brunson. Here's Sohan. Off target with his 3. Raptors trail by 18. Here's Dick. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Shamet. A shot's good on the assist by Brunson. Brunson's got assist number 7 for him tonight. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Walter. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
It's the three-pointer to fall. Shamet's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for New York. Here's Dick. Discovered by Shamet. The Raptors shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And their success rate on the season right around 77%.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
Now here's Wilson. D right on him.
And you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
Yeah, he almost got that one down. I mean, those are the kind of aggressive plays coaches love to see.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line. The first free throw is good. And both free throws good for Brunson. Here's Shed. Top of the key jumper, no good. Jalen Brunson has been on display for the New York Knicks. He's approaching 40 points for him in the game. He's scoring in just about every way possible. Back to the action in just a minute. And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And so quickly, we'll bring it up for Toronto. Setting the floor for the Raptors. We've got Emmanuel Quickley. He's out there with Walter. And it's Dick in at the 3, the small forward.
Yeah, and you can see the defense broke down there, allowing him to get all the way to the hoop.
Clarkson kicks to Shamet. Takes a 3. Connects. Six from three-point range. And the Knicks lead by 21.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
You know, the only way that's going to turn around defensively is by stopping the outside shot, not getting into a shootout. They're not going to out-shoot out this team.
New York leading by 21. Baseline try, and the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Here's Jake. A three-pointer, no good.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
To stop the run, and that one's good quickly.
Offensively, he's carrying his weight, doing his part. Maybe they should get the ball to him a little bit more.
And so it's Mike Brown here calling timeout. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle them up right away. The Knicks making a switch here. Brunson's checked in, and Toronto also making a switch. Ingram's checked in, sinks the triple.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
The Raptors have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That'll be his second foul of the game. And you know, everyone's aware, Clark, of the team rivalries in the NBA. But there are, I think, still plenty of personal ones, too.
Yeah, I would agree with you there, Kevin. I mean, you've got highly competitive, accomplished guys making up the rosters on NBA teams. If a player wins the individual matchup in one game, you can be sure that opponent in the next game is going to look to make things a little different.
Now here's Ingram. He's covered by Shannon. Count that bucket.
You know, you look at Ingram, and he's slight of build, and some folks question whether he could be an effective inside scorer in the NBA with every bucket like that. Those questions are being answered.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Brunson against Quickly. Now here's Ingram. He's guarded closely. Just 5 to shoot. Carries the long-range jumper.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident, too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
And it's Shamet missing. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Quickly. A beautiful reverse layup. Quickly's got 6 in the quarter.
Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
Shoots the 3, and that one's good. Shamet.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
Well, you know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Brunson with it. Out to Clarkson. Over Barnes. The shot by Clarkson, no good. The Raptors have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. And that one's good quickly.
Well, once he gets on a roll, there isn't a lot you can do to slow him down.
Pass to Shamet. Fires the 3. A shot's good on the assist by Brunson. Shamet's got 25 points in the game.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out and have not stopped.
And it goes out of bounds. That went off Robinson. Pirtle is checked in for Toronto. R.J. Barrett comes in for Walter. Ingram outside. Balls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And you know, as time goes on, Ingram continues to embrace more responsibility. He wants to be the focal point of this offense.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse, and they were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And in what's been a solid season, to say the least, tonight's game will push their win total now up to 53. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Jalen Brunson.
He was superb as a facilitator, really orchestrated things offensively, created a lot of opportunities for ready shooters.
Some nice passing by New York here. Shamet on the wing. Shoots over Ingram, and the Knicks good for 2.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there, go get it.
And it's Ingram missing. The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone contributed. They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
And you know what? That tells the story in a lot of games, guys. And here you go. It's telling the story tonight, too.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. Alongside Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. And as always, we appreciate you joining us right here tonight on 2K. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a short break. I'll be back on probably about half an hour or so. But I just want to thank everyone for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. Peace.
Thanks everyone for watching. Like, thumbs up, medium light skin tone, comment, subscribe and share. Victory hand, medium.